can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Niall. Before we get into this video, this final prediction video, if you're not doing so already, please do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel ESBR Boxing. All of your boxing needs up and under one roof. Almost daily videos coming your way on YouTube, so please do check out the channel as well as following us on social media and letting us know in the comments your thoughts on what we're about to discuss, which is the fight on the undercard of Joseph Parker's and Fabio Wardy this weekend in London. Ezra Taylor was meant to be fighting. Lewis Edmonton, but obviously a bit of an injury for Edmonton. So Steed Woodall has stepped in his place to fight Ezra Taylor. So yeah, fight still going ahead for Taylor. And Woodall stepping in on what, 5 days' notice, I think it is. I think he was in camp for a fight on November 8th anyway. So not like he's going to be out of shape or anything, and he's not just getting off the sofa. So he has been in camp, obviously, 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So he's probably going to be in good nick. So he is stepping in. And yeah, we are here to give our final predictions. So without further ado, now I'll take it away. What is your final predictions for Taylor Woodall?
Yeah, I'll get straight into the prediction. I'm going for an Ezra Taylor win. I think it would be a big shock if Steed Woodall won this. But yeah, I'm going for an Ezra Taylor points win. For this one, the same with Louis Edmondson, the Louis Edmondson fight. I was going for a points win in that, but I'm still sticking to my guns with the prediction of an Ezra Taylor points win. Yeah, in terms of Steed Woodall, as 5 days notice replacements go, it's not terrible. Steed Woodall, the old warhorse now at this stage. He's been around the block a long time, and yeah, he's shared the ring with some top opponents. Callum Simpson being in with as recently as this year. I just think Ezra Taylor would be too sharp, too heavy-handed for Steed Woodall. But as you say, you made a good point. He's been in camp for a fight, so it's not like he's rolling off the sofa. He will be in shape, and he will come to win. He'll come to give it a go and win. But I just think it'd be a big ask for him. So I'm going for an Ezra Taylor points win. I think it would be a bit of a statement if Ezra Taylor was to stop him, in my opinion. A bit of a mini statement there, but I'll go for a decisive points win for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm going for Ezra Taylor to win via unanimous decision. But I will make a few points, just like you have yourself, Niall. I mean, I think Ezra Taylor's brilliant. Think okay on paper he looks like a bit of a puncher with 8 stoppages in his 12 victories. I think he's a concussive puncher. I was also backing him to beat Louis Evanson as well. So yeah, I was probably edging points there too. I'm going points here again. I do think it'll be unanimous in his favour. But I will stay, as I said, we both mentioned it now, stepping in on 5 days' notice, you're like, uh-oh, to be spell disaster. But he has been in a camp, would be fighting in 2 weeks' time anyway. So, like, likelihood is he'd be in shape. I'm nearly sure Steed would also a bit of a gym rat as well. Um, believe he still trains with John Pegg, who I highly respect as a coach. I've actually seen Steed Woodall live, believe it or not. So he fought Paddy McCrory, our Irishman Paddy McCrory in Falls Park. I want to say it was 2 years ago now. And he gave as good as he got in that one. He didn't win the fight. Paddy McCrory was handed the decision, but he was well in it. He hurt McCrory a few times. It was a bit of a humdinger. It was a really, really entertaining affair. I think Woodall felt slightly hard done by on the night. Obviously, then since that, he out of nowhere fighting Lerone Richards, who at one stage Lerone Richards was tipped for big things. Absolutely sent him to the shadow realm, El Sparko, last June, and obviously then he did have that defeat to Callum Simpson, and like Callum Simpson's a great fighter to be going to push on the world level. I will actually say, like I know he was dazed and whatever. I think that stoppage was a little early. Steve
Yeah.
Woodall stoppage for Callum Simpson. Who we can't predict how the rest of the fight would have gone. A lot of people maybe thought Callum Simpson would have got the stoppage anyway, but I think he was maybe a little hard done by there. So there's been a few times where I think he's been hard done by Steed Woodall. So I'm happy for him that he's getting an opportunity like this, albeit on 5 days' notice. But I think he might fancy the job. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to win. I'm not backing Steed Woodall to win this, but I do think he could make it tricky enough for Ezra Taylor. I think it's going to be a tricky puzzle to solve. So I will go Ezra Taylor unanimous decision. But what I would say is, yeah, that I'll give Woodall a few rounds. I think it'll be competitive, comprehensive, but competitive. So yeah, as we said, as far as late replacements go, yeah, I'm happy enough with this, to be honest with you. Just following up before we finish off, mate. Say Ezra Taylor wins, which we're both predicting him to do. Do you want to see that fight scheduled again that it was meant to happen with Louis Edmondson, or do you want him to go in a different direction?
It's an interesting one. Like my personal bias, maybe, no disrespect. I'm not a huge Louis Edmondson fan stylistically, so it wasn't a fight I was massively looking forward to anyway. But I think it's only fair. It's only fair to Ezra Taylor that he's earned his right to fight for the British title. Especially if he beats Woodall after beating Troy Jones, he has earned this opportunity. So for Ezra Taylor's sake, yeah, absolutely. I hope so, to be honest with you. And like we both said in this video, I'd back him to beat Louis Edmondson. To be honest with you, I'd go with a points win there. But yeah, hopefully he gets his crack next. And as I say, if he does a real job on Steed Woodall, real demolition job, then appetite builds even further to see that one get rescheduled.
For sure, mate. Couldn't agree more. But yeah, thanks very much for your prediction and your thoughts on that one, Niall. Guys, if you're watching this video, please do check out the rest of the YouTube channel. Got a load of fight. Well, it's going to be a busy November, isn't it? Bit of a cracking end to October, and then a really, really busy November. So we'll have loads of content coming your way on the channel. So please do check out that, as well as on social media. Follow us on socials at ESBR Boxing. And let Niall know us know in the comments how you feel that this fight's going to go between Taylor and Woodall. The last final prediction video that, or was it a preview, Niall, you and I did, we were getting a bit of heat that we were maybe a little too high on George Liddard, and we were
Yeah, and
disrespecting Kieran Conway.
proved right.
Yeah, we
We
were
were
proved
proved
right there.
right.
So I'm hoping we get a bit more heat here, perhaps. But I do think most people will be backing Ezra Taylor. But guys, as I said, let us know in the comments your thoughts. And yeah, enjoy the fights this weekend and enjoy the main event, of course, as well, between Joseph Parker and Fabio Bordi. Niall, pleasure as always, mate. Take care.
Cheers, take care.